Fix the null post!
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. EHG, the studio behind LE, has dropped update 115. Now I've already made a video on update 115 and I will drop it at the end of this video. Unfortunately there were some bugs and there were some problems with 115, so EHG reverted the game back to 114 and now they have redropped 115, but there's a lot of added updates to this, which really means it's like 116. I know it's kind of confusing, but this is 115 redeployment. So we're going to go through this and I'll tell you the updates for Last Epoch. And by the way, over this week and next week, you're going to see tons of news from me on everything coming out of Germany for Gamescom. And tonight on my Twitch channel, Aaron Action RPG, will be episode 5 of the Town Portal podcast with my co-host, Frosty LaRue, and we're going to have Macro Bio Boy on for episode 5. So it should be a lot of fun. That is tonight at 5 p.m. PT. All right, let's get into this. So changes. I'm not going to read through 115 because I've already done that. Again, I'll link it at the end, but just some meat and potatoes of it. They have worked on party invite and how that looks like when you're in instances or dungeons. They've given us a new quality of life. When you hit Control F when using a mouse and keyboard, automatically selects the active input field in your currently open panel, such as stash or skill trees, which is great. Improved the UI, gave us a huge host of bug fixes that a lot of people have been waiting for. So that is all done. I don't want to read through it again, but I will say one thing, that Monument of Protection, if you are using Shield Bash, melee added damage to Shield Rush was also getting counted as Shield Bash. So just know that that has been fixed. So your Shield Bash is not going to be as good. So just FYI, what we've added, here we go. So this is everything new that we have not covered yet. Audio improvements for Abomination Monolith Boss. Mastery selection window now defaults to select another instead of confirm when using a controller. Players can now click on the Harbinger icons in the Forgotten Knights faction panel to open the world map with the timeline that the Harbinger spawns in. So basically, you've now got quick access to your Harbingers if you have yet to get to the Tier 10 300 Corruption Harbinger. It's nice. Updated Lightning Web Runic Invocation VFX. I'm very curious how this looks. This is the invocation that we use on my Iron Man Rune Master. Improved performance when swapping between stash tabs that contain a lot of items. So this is something that, this is actually why I made the thumbnail, improved performance. There's a lot of people that claim that when they are interacting with their stash, performance is not good in the game. And this is something that we will have to test, but supposedly it's supposed to be better. Gamepad improvements. They continue to work on controller support. And we know in the future we're going to be getting console, and in the near future we're going to be getting Steam Deck. So I'm glad that they continue to work on controller support. And then bug fixes. Fix certain dialogues not starting, causing quests to be impossible to progress. Fix an issue when hovering on Minimus. Fix an issue where the statue in the courtyard could be clipped. Fix an issue while being stuck in idle animation after a loading screen. Fix an issue with the map exit pings only displaying in the Divine Ear and the Temporal Sanctum. Fix a bug where tempering blow node in Smelter's Wrath. More hit damage per ignite was not capped at 150. That's a big one. If you are using Smelter's Wrath, just know you are very likely using Tempering Blow, and it was not working correctly. That is murdered. Fix an issue where stash would close when entering a town scene. Fix a bug where soul cages were counted as bosses for prophecies. That actually makes a lot of sense. Fix the buzz causing Argentus' health bar and mini health ward bar to remain after he flies away. Fix an issue where the tooltips would sometimes continue displaying when UIs overlapped. Fixed a bug causing the blessing tooltip does not show the roll string when comparing two blessings. This makes a lot of sense. I was like, that's weird. I was trying to compare those blessings and it did not show. Fix a bug where the Alpine Spine Hunter would have a health bar while in the introduction animation. Fix a bug where Emperor of Corpses Necrotic Explosion VFX would not match the hitbox. A short just went out on my channel with me dying to this. See? Now we know why. It wasn't my fault. Fixed a bug that would stop players from moving when clicking a button over items dropped in the world. Fixed an issue causing traversal skills to allow players to cross gaps, walls, and blockers. Oh man, this last one right here. I don't want to say people are going to be up in arms, but obviously inside of the Temporal Sanctum, there are times that you don't have to worry about the walls because you can just traverse through them, which is this weird bug quality of life to run Temporal Sanctum quicker. And I am going to guess that that will no longer work. So that is the patch. That is update 115. And this is redeployment with the added changes to it. So even though right now EHG, the studio behind LE, they are already working and getting things ready for Cycle 3 later this year, October, November, know that they're going to continue to hotfix, continue to bug, continue to work on performance as we move through Cycle 2 so that we are ready and in a better spot for Cycle 3. Now, I say it on every one of these videos. I go through the comment section. If I see anything, I bubble it up to EHG. Don't tell me about your build that you want to be better, but if there's something that's driving you nuts, let me know in the comment section below. And if I feel like it's valid, I will bubble it up to the right people. So that's where we're at. Update 115. Tons of news coming out of Germany for Gamescom, so stay tuned for all of that. And again, Town Portal podcast tonight with Frosty LaRue and Macro Bioboy. Should be a good time. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.